Hello, everybody. I'm Monica Sala, Director of the Education Department of the Institut Pasteur, and I'm very glad to welcome you at the 2020 graduation ceremony in the honor of our PhD students who graduated as Doctor of Sciences from December 2019 to November 2020. This ceremony is organized to acknowledge them for the major scientific contribution, profound dynamism, and intelligent energy that they have provided to our institute along their thesis work. I would like to underline that this ceremony, we honor graduate students from Institut Pasteur Paris and those from the 32 institutes of the International Institut Pasteur Network, represented today by 9 out of them all. As for the other professional categories, life for researchers is greatly disturbed by the present sanitary crisis. In this context, finishing thesis work and thesis defenses has been and is still much more complicated than it used to be. But despite that, the graduate students honored today managed to get successfully to the end. And as things always look up in the end, the success of our graduates is the occasion to be all together today to profit from Professor Emmanuel Charpentier's speech. I would like to stress that we are deeply grateful to Professor Emmanuel Charpentier for taking the time to be with us today to share her remarkable scientific career, despite her very busy agenda as new laureate of the Chemistry Nobel Prize 2020. The contribution of our PhD students to our research is huge, and I'm going to give you some figures related to the Institut Pasteur Paris to show you that. PhD students represent a scientific population of around 300 persons, out of a total of 1,500 scientists and their care offices on the campus. Hence, they represent 1 out of 5 scientists of the campus. Only 60% of these students are of French origin, 15% come from Europe, and 25% from outside Europe, mostly from the 2 Americas, North and South, and Asia. PhD students are an international population with around 70 different nationalities represented. We are really grateful to all private and public French, European, and foreign funding organisms like our partner doctoral schools, French and European institutions, foundation, private company, supporting 85% of the salaries of our PhD students, 50% of the PhD students being directly funded by Institut Pasteur. To conclude, a few words about the program of today. The ceremony is essentially split into 2 parts. The conference of Professor Emmanuel Charpentier, introduced by David Picard, head of the synthetic biology units from the microbiology department, and followed by a question session. You can post questions to Emmanuel Charpentier all along this first part on the chat. Then it will follow the presentation of the 39 graduate students present at the ceremony and coming from the International Institut Pasteur Network and from the Institut Pasteur Paris. Let's begin. And I leave the stage to our president, Stuart Cole, for the opening of the ceremony.
Okay, thank you very much, Monica. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the 2019-2020 PPU PhD graduation ceremony, a special moment in the scientific and academic life of our graduates and the Institut Pasteur. I would particularly like to welcome the representatives and scientific attaches of the embassies and consulates of Belgium, Hungary, Italy, the Russian Federation and Serbia, as well as the various councillors, advisors and representatives of the city of Paris and the Île-de-France region, and also those who are representing our sponsors and past partner institutes. They're too numerous to name individually. Today's event would not be possible without the excellent partnership we have with the 4 main Paris universities: Paris Sciences Lettres, Paris Saclay University, Sorbonne University, and the University of Paris. I'm delighted to see them all represented here today and extend my personal thanks. I would like to thank Monica Sala and her team for the organization of this magnificent event, and the members of the STAPA for their help in general and for supporting the young scientists and trainees who work on our campus and in the network in particular. We were absolutely delighted when the distinguished microbiologist Professor Emmanuel Charpentier from the Max Planck Institute for Infection Biology in Berlin agreed to be our keynote speaker today. This is of special importance to us all because not only was Emmanuel awarded the 2020 Nobel Prize in Chemistry, but also because she is one of our alumni. Emmanuel did research for her PhD at the Institut Pasteur in the lab of Professor Patrice Courvalin in the 90s. Since October this year, when the prize winners were announced, Emmanuel is now even more in demand as a speaker and scientific expert. So her being with us today is strong testimony of her attachment to the Institut Pasteur. I warmly thank Emmanuel for her kindness and commitment to the PPU program. Finally, I would like to extend a very special welcome to the graduates themselves. They come from 13 different countries. 37 of them worked at the Institut Pasteur and 9 in the international network. The graduation ceremony is a special day in the life of young scholars and academics. It represents a major transition point in your career path because the award of your PhD degree is an internationally recognized sign of high-level achievement. The Institut Pasteur is proud of what you have accomplished in the framework of your PhDs, and on behalf of the Institute, I wish you all the very best in the next phase of your chosen profession. So, dear graduates, you are the stars of today's event. We would like you to enjoy yourselves during this ceremony, albeit virtual, as you fully deserve the accolades and applause. Bravo and well done to all of you. Bye.